Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's past life reading. Excuse me. For my client's reading, excuse me, I'm going to be working with, I think I'm just going to do Oracle. I think I'm going to do something different this time. Rather than the tarot, I think I'm just going to dive in and do something different. So, let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's do something really different. I'm really feeling like wanting to do a change. So we'll work with Oracle, but I'm going to work with the Lenormand. And I never film with the Lenormand because I'm still kind of teaching myself. But a past life reading is so intuitive that I feel like I don't need to really worry about how Lenormand is usually read. I could just kind of go with it. So I'm going to work with the Lenormand. This is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. And then I'm also going to work with these Psy cards. This was a gift from Leela Hell. And I'm going to work with these guys too. So let's just do something completely different for... And my client is a returning client, so I'm sure that they will understand. I want to try something different, so I will do that. And we'll go from there. So we'll use the Gilded Reverie, the Psy cards, and then also the Connected and Free Oracle. And we will see what has in store. Now, if this is completely a disaster, my love, I will go ahead and just delete this, and then we will start over with a different with different cards. But ooh, there we go. But I'm already feeling like this is gonna work out, so let's see what pops up. So those of you guys who are watching, if you've never seen, my past life readings are very intuitive. I pull cards and I just read what comes to mind. So what I see with the cards, what I'm feeling with the cards, and I just go with it, okay? It's kind of like I allow the cards to tell the story. And then I always, you know, once you get started, it's like you're channeling it. So just everything starts popping into mind, and I get more feelings and more realizations. So it's really cool. Past lives, everyone has a past life. Everyone has more than one, most likely. Some people have tons, some people don't. But it's basically your soul's journey in previous lifetimes on different planets, in different astral. I mean, it's crazy, but some people really love to study on the past life thing. But I feel like, you know, intuitively, let's catch a glimpse with the cards. And then if you want to dive in further, you can through meditation, you know, whatnot, get additional readings. But this is kind of meant to be a snapshot glimpse into a particular past life that we're just going to tap into. Now, I'm already feeling called to say that you were, this is going to be a lifetime of a woman, a story of a woman. So we'll see. I'm doing it a little different. I'm like laying out the cards first, if I haven't even turned them over. But I'm really feeling called to say this is the lifetime of a woman. So let's just see. Oh, of course it's upside down. The Puzzle, Never, the Sun. Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Now, I'm definitely feeling feminine energy that you were the female in this. But now this was a tragic past life. Because I'm seeing, just with the side cards, we have the Puzzle, Never, and the Sun. The shadow card for the side cards is the Tree. This is kind of like, the tree is like, to me, I'm thinking of this as the tree of life, the family. This was forbidden love. This was a love that didn't work out. This was either caused by death, or I feel like with the dice card popping up, the dice card is kind of, it's like revealing that chance of, you know, fate was not on your side, or not on his side, perhaps, as he's coming up here. He's like at the core we have the mountains and never, and that's to me like having mountains in between you and, you know, fate, which I'm seeing fate as the dice, you know, they're showing fate or the numbers, and then you have him on the other side. So in the core, I'm seeing the mountain and never as saying this can never have been, this can never have happened. This was a love that grew, but there were always obstacles between you and that person, and that's what I'm seeing the mountain to show. Obviously the never card is kind of just revealing that there will never be a chance for the two of you to have had love together. I love that it's a crow, because crow is very symbolic for death. It could be transformation, but to me death is inevitable. So I feel like either he passed away or something happened, but that mountain range in between you and him, the fate and him, just shows there was like endless obstacles between the two of you guys. And it was very hard to maintain that. I also see that with the never card between the puzzle and the sun. Sun is always symbolic for me for happiness. And I feel with never, it's kind of just saying you can never be happy. That final piece to the puzzle for happiness, perhaps. It's like the doors are closed. There was just no way that this would have been a relationship that would work in your favor ever. And it was hard. I'm getting like that feeling like it was so hard to give up on this person, because maybe you saw them all the time, you know. Now the oracle cards that I pulled, we have conflict, strength, and standstill. He fought for you. He fought really hard, but there were just either people, like this could have been townspeople, this could have been family members that just were not having it. They did not want him around. He was not welcome. And I'm getting like the vibe, like this was like taking back in a time of like medieval time, where you were kind of like one of those people that lived in the the townspeople, you know. There was the big castle and whatnot, and then there was the townspeople, and I feel like you were amongst the townspeople. But for some reason he wasn't. Oh, I just heard drifter. So maybe he was someone who was, you know, wandering, didn't belong to your guys's community, and he was an outsider. Maybe he was into something, because I see he's wearing a Mars symbol on his chest and his necklace. Maybe he was into the occult. Maybe he was into that kind of stuff, and that's why he was kind of shunned, and it was like fate. It was not supposed to be. Maybe that's why that crow is popping up here now. Now I'm seeing that. Crow could be a symbol of that too. So it could be that too. Maybe he was into things that your family didn't accept. Beautiful. Wow. See what I mean? Like that's how that's how past life readings work. It's like I just start talking and stuff pops up. So we have strength here, which tells me definitely he fought for you. He wanted to get you out. He wanted to take you away. But it was at a standstill, and I love that you have the two trees. Definitely how I was saying family tree, the tree of life. It was family. It had to have been a family that put a hold on it. They were not going to allow you, their daughter, maybe their only daughter perhaps, their source of income. Maybe you worked to bring money towards the family. They weren't going to allow you to venture off with some stranger who was dabbling in something that they didn't accept. Really, really interesting. So let's see what's the shadow card for the Lenormand deck. There's our woman. There she is. So that's why I was feeling it. There she is in the shadow. I love that it's in the shadow, and look, she's wearing the Venus necklace. It's kind of like, you know, obviously they were meant to be together. It just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't supposed to happen. Beautiful. The shadow card for the Oracle deck. We have beginnings. So I feel like this lifetime for you was a lifetime of a lot of disappointments. I feel like you lived a life where you were kept away, because she's indoors and she's looking out the window, kind of like she's trapped there. It's kind of like she was always kept hidden. She wasn't allowed to have freedom and have her own life. I do feel like you were used as the source of income. So the family would expect you to work. Maybe you worked within the castle. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you were just the young one. You were able to bring in the money. Something, but your life was devoted to the family, as we could see. But it was kind of like everything that you wanted in life was on a standstill. It was paused. It wasn't allowed. You were not allowed to live your own life. And it was just like he was the missing puzzle piece to open the doors to allow you to be set free. That's beautiful. It's unfortunate though, because I feel like with your life in this past life, a lot of things blocking the way of happiness reveals you were not happy. You had a lot of regret, a lack of freedom. It was very, very, very hard for you. Very hard for you in this lifetime. So I want to see what lessons did this past life bring for you in the future? As I could see, I could already tap in right now. I probably don't even need to pull the cards, but I feel like some lessons for you that you've learned is life is short. And I feel like you already have that appreciation right now, that you just feel beginnings, that life is too short to pass up opportunity, that you are going to take opportunity, you're going to spend your money, you are going to do this and that, go on these vacations or whatever, travel, do jobs that you want to do because you have that appreciation for your freedom. I feel like that's a big lesson for you in this present life. I love it. So I feel like you got beginnings, storytelling, responsibility and storytelling. I feel like you realize that you are responsible for your own life story. Does that make sense? Like, you are the creator, you are the writer of your book, of your story, the book of your life. And so you are taking this present moment, this present life that you are living in right now, you are taking it so seriously, because you are not going to allow these things to pass you up again. You're not going to allow people to put you down and put blocks around you and that kind of thing. Oh, this one turned over. Oh, I love it. Okay. I take this as like the labyrinth. This to me reminds me of a labyrinth. So I feel like this is the journey in life with the end goal right there. So I feel like you're presently on the journey, but I feel like you have such a beautiful way of looking at life with the beginnings card. It's kind of like you see every opportunity as a new beginning. You like to see them for what they are. Even if you were going through some of the crappiest moments in your life, you see the value in it. So everything is a journey for you. And then at the core with the responsibility, we have the wishing well. And I love that. I feel like you are being responsible of your own wishes. You are responsible for what your dreams are and how you achieve them. And then, of course, we have storytelling. We have it with the beautiful castle. The castle at the end. To me, this is symbolic for the happy ending. This is the fairy tale. This is the happy ending at the end of your fairy tale. In your present life, you are living out the life you were supposed to live. You are doing it exactly as you were meant to. You are going to make the choices you want for yourself. You are not going to let other people dictate you. And you will not be a caged bird. And I feel like if you've already been living life that way, great. And if you haven't, let this reading be a wake-up call for you to start appreciating your life in that way. Because you had a very rough past life where you did not get any freedom. And that's why you probably hunger for it. Look at what just popped up. The tree. What does the tree mean? Is that what is this? The cave. Friendship. I feel like it's kind of like the path. It's like, you know, remember your roots and where you came from, but the cave is kind of like you're traveling through into the unknown. This is like the black hole, right? And then you have the friendships at the end. This is the result of it, the results of you trusting in going on the adventures. You're in the labyrinth, you know. You're creating, you're meeting new people, making new friends. You were experiencing, you were going on adventures, and you were, you know, checking out things that you've never seen before. Life, you're living life. And then at the same time, the roots are there. Maybe your past life, you felt it. Maybe you've dreamt about it. Maybe you've always felt that like tug at your heart where for some reason you're just like, why do I always feel like I'm not free? Or why do I always desire to be free? Because that's in your roots. It's part of your soul, your past life. So that's beautiful. So thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. And it's always a pleasure to read for you. And for anyone else, who's watching this, this is a past life reading. It's available in my shop. Check it out. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.